Glad to see you back. Today, we're mixing things up, literally. We're going to be working on some fresh music, experimenting with new sounds, and improving how we interact with you, our awesome viewers. The goal? To make this stream not just something you watch, but something you're a part of. We'll be tweaking the bot to make sure your voices are heard loud and clear, and I want to hear your thoughts, ideas, and even your wildest suggestions as we go. Let's create something amazing together. This song is called ED for Action. Hello back at you, friends in code from YouTube. Thanks for saying hi. Alright, friends in code, gather round because I've got a tale that'll tickle your funny bone and make you think. Picture this, a cockwatcher named Dave, armed with nothing but a phone, a sarcastic commentary, and more courage than a cat in a dog park. One sunny afternoon, Dave decided it was time to exercise his constitutional right, the right to record any public servant in action. He set up his mobile surveillance headquarters at the local park, which, let's be honest, is basically the adult version of a playground. You've got the slides of judgment, the swings of regret, and the sandpit of existential dread. As luck would have it, a couple of officers were handling a situation with a man who really just wanted to find a quiet spot to meditate, right next to the ice cream truck. You can imagine the cop's face when he realized they were interrupting a man trying to achieve inner peace while desperately eyeing that bomb pop on wheels. Dave, being the diligent cop watcher he is, whipped out his camera and started recording. With the kind of commentary that could make a statue giggle, he shouted, "Hey! If you're gonna give this guy a hard time, at least let him finish his Zen session first." What's next? A ticket for breathing. Now, the officers, caught in the glare of Dave's lens and the absurdity of the situation, had to pause. The crowd started to gather, and suddenly, it was less about arresting a dude who just wanted a snow cone, and more about the cops not wanting to look like the villains in this real-life cartoon. Long story short, the officers ended up helping the guy get his treat instead of giving him a ticket. They even shared a laugh about how they didn't sign up for ice cream patrol. Dave, our hero, stood there, feeling like he just saved the day with nothing but his phone and a snarky sense of humor. The moral of the story? Sometimes it takes a cop watcher and an ice cream truck to remind us that life's too short to be serious all the time. And also, never underestimate the power of a good scoop of humor when things get a little too heavy out there. So, remember, friends in code, be like Dave, keep your camera handy, your wit sharper than a cop's pencil, and always keep an eye out for the ice cream truck. This song is called Hard Bass, Banjo, Horn. This song is called Hard Bass, Banjo, Horn. Hey friends in code. So, you want to know the distance to the sun, huh? Well, grab your sunglasses because we're talking about approximately 93 million miles. That's like a really long road trip playlist, snacks, and all. But let's be real, who needs the sun when we have the glorious glow of our screens, right? I mean, if I had $1 for every mile to the sun, I'd probably still have to ask my parents for gas money. So, do you have any other burning questions, or are we just here to bask in the solar glow of knowledge? This song is called Another Song. Hey there, ED full action. What a lineup you've got there. Sounds like the kind of gathering where everyone talks over each other, and the only thing that gets accomplished is a new level of confusion. I mean, with all those names, it's like a social experiment to see if anyone can remember who they were talking to by the end of the night. So, what's on your mind? Are we diving into deep philosophical discussions or just trying to figure out who brought the snacks? Because let me tell you, the real action happens when the chips and dip come out. Shout out to everyone tuning in today. A special welcome to John Hobbs, glad to have you here. Johnny Bravo, always bringing the swagger, welcome to the stream. Restreambot, doing the hard work in the background, props to you for keeping everything smooth. Snapface, thanks for dropping by, always great to see you. And last but definitely not least, ex-bootlicker, ready to kick back and enjoy the show. Let's make this stream one to remember. ED for action. Existential sounds like a fancy brunch dish you'd find on a menu in a hipster cafe, probably served with a side of avocado toast and a sprinkle of existential dread. But I gotta tell you, it's not a term you find every day. It seems like a creative mashup that could mean something like excellent adventure or perhaps exciting announcement. It could also just be a great way to describe the act of trying to figure out how to boil an egg without turning it into a rubber ball. Tell me, did you mean something specific, or is this a riddle I need to crack? Either way, I'm all ears. Frying pan with egg sparkles. This song is called Yet Another Song 30. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Buckle up, because here comes a classic Chuck Norris joke just for you. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. I mean, with those muscles, I wouldn't be surprised if gravity is just taking a vacation whenever he enters the room. Now, if only we could get him to help you with those heft flips. How's that for some serious power? This song is called Fencing Code, Weekend Wildfire.
Every heartbeat syncs with the stories we told. Bottles popping, music loud. We're the kings and queens standing proud in the crowd. It's a weekend wildfire burning so bright. Dance like nobody's watching, we own the night. With a banjo twist and a bassline beat, we'll party till the sunrise, lose track of sleep. Let the rhythm take you, feel that energy rise. Underneath the stars, we're alive, no disguise. Southern drum and heavy beats collide. In this moment, we let the worries slide. Saturdays calling, can't slow down the pace. From dusk till dawn, we're in this wild race. Banjo and 808s, a fire in our souls. Together we're unstoppable, that's how the night rolls. It's a weekend wildfire fire burning so bright. Dance like nobody's watching, we own the night. With the banjo twist and the bassline beat, we'll party till the sunrise, lose track of sleep.
Hey there, Johnny Bravo. It seems like you're flexing those biceps and your brain at the same time. But let's get to the camera conundrum, shall we? The camera, as we know it, didn't get invented in a single swoop. It was a wild ride of tinkering and trial and error. The earliest version dates back to the 11th century by a genius named Al-Hazan, or Ibn al-Haytham, if you want to impress at your next beach party. He cooked up the idea of a camera obscura, which is just a fancy way of saying, hey, let's poke a hole in something and see what happens. Fast forward to the 19th century, and you've got people like Joseph Nicefornix and Louis Daguerre, who took the concept and slapped on some photo paper. Voila! We've got photography. But I bet they didn't look half as cool as you do with those sunglasses, Johnny. So next time you strike a pose in front of the camera, remember the trailblazers who made it possible, then get back to flexing and looking fabulous. Hey John Hobbs. You know, asking how many piggies it takes to screw in a light bulb is a classic conundrum. I mean, those little oinkers probably can't even hold a screwdriver. But let's break it down. If it's a regular pig, just one would get distracted halfway through and start looking for truffles. If it's a pig in a cartoon, probably all of them would band together in a musical number about bright ideas and end up making a mess on the floor while the bulb remains unscrewed. So, in short, it takes 0 piggies, but a whole lot of squealing and maybe a farmer yelling, get back to work. Now, that's a light bulb moment. Big electric light bulb. This song is called Leeching Content. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate that hair? It's like a glorious, gravity-defying monument to whatever hairstyle you thought was cool in the 90s. Now, onto your question, is Godzilla real? Well, let's put it this way. If you want to believe in a giant, radioactive lizard stomping through Tokyo looking for a good sushi joint, then who am I to crush your dreams? But in our boring, non-monster movie reality, Godzilla is as real as your ability to lift weights without breaking a sweat. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. So, in summary, Godzilla. Fictional. Your biceps. Also fictional when you skip leg day. Keep on rocking that iconic look, my friend. Hey ED for action! Let's dive into the legendary tale of Barefoot Eric Brandt, because when it comes to missions, who needs shoes, right? I mean, shoes are just fancy foot prisms anyway. So, once upon a time, in a land where flip-flops are considered formal wear, we have our hero, Eric Brandt. This guy decided he was going to take on the world, or at least the local government, one barefoot step at a time. Yes, you heard that right. Eric believed in advocating for civil rights, but in a way that says, I'm not just walking the talk, I'm walking it barefoot. Now, what's remarkable about this barefoot crusader is that he wasn't just wandering around aimlessly like a lost puppy. No. He was on a mission, armed with nothing but his bare feet and a megaphone, shouting out about accountability, rights, and the importance of recording public officials. Because if you don't film it, did it even happen? Spoiler alert, it probably didn't. Eric's exploits were all about shining a light on the absurdities of bureaucracy, like when you walk into a government office and suddenly remember you've entered a time machine set to 1973. His antics remind us that sometimes the best way to make a point is to kick off your shoes, get a little dirty, and make sure the world knows you mean business, even if your toes are freezing. In a world full of yes men and go along to get along types, Eric was the wild card, the barefoot rebel who showed us all that it's okay to stand out, even if you're in your birthday suit. Well, not literally, but you get the point. So there you have it, ED for action. The barefoot tale of Eric Brandt, a reminder that sometimes you've got to ditch the shoes, get grounded, and keep your eyes on what matters. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all follow in his footsteps. barefoot or not. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Friends in code. Oh, you mean that elusive digital entity that's like a unicorn at a coding convention? Just when you think you've found it, poof. It's gone, leaving you stranded in the land of social media confusion. But in all seriousness, as serious as we can get here, if you mean friend code, like in those games where you have to unlock a friendship like it's some secret club, then I'd say it's just a fancy way of saying, hey, let's exchange numbers and level up together, buddy. Just remember to keep your hair perfectly coiffed and your muscles flexed, because that's half the battle in friendship these days. This song is called Another Song. This song is called Code My World.
Zeros and ones, they come alive. In every loop I start to thrive. Functions, arrays, all in place. In the space I set the pace. Debugging's just a puzzle to solve. Watch the errors quickly dissolve. Every bug's just a chance to grow. In this flow I steal the show. Code my world, I shape the light. Building dreams in the dead of night. From simple scripts to endless games. In this code I write my name. If then loops and nested dreams. In the syntax the future gleams. Lines of logic, colors bright. Coding's where I find my light.
Hey Snapface. So, you want me to talk about freeing Eric Brandt from political prison? Well, let me tell you, the concept of political prisoners is as baffling as trying to explain why your phone autocorrects LOL to Lollapalooza. 1 minute you're just trying to send a friendly giggle, and the next, you're planning a full-blown music festival because your phone thinks you're that extra. Now, Eric Brandt, whoever he is, seems to have gotten himself into a pickle. A political pickle, no less. And if there's one thing we know, it's that politics does love a good pickle. It's like a sandwich that nobody wants to take a bite of, but it keeps getting passed around at the family reunion anyway. We can talk about how political prisoners are often seen as martyrs for a cause, while others are just people who forgot that sharing their opinions online can lead to consequences, especially if they used all caps and 3 exclamation points. Pro tip for the future, the internet loves a good debate, but it hates being told what to do. So, in the spirit of free speech, let's rally the troops, virtually, of course. We can tweet, post, and meme our way to freedom. Because nothing says, I care about social justice, like a cleverly crafted meme featuring a cat in a political protest. Just remember, Snapface, the next time you're caught in a political kerfuffle, it's always wise to have a backup plan, something like a collection of dad jokes. Because in a world where political discourse resembles a toddler's tantrum, laughter may just be the best strategy for survival. In summary, let's keep the conversation going about Eric Brandt and what he represents. But don't forget, humor is our greatest weapon, right alongside freedom of expression. Now go forth and spread the word, one meme at a time. Cheers! Clinking beer mugs. Hey EJ Bethana. Great question. Why are comments engines the best for a renovated school bus? Well, let's break it down like a schoolyard playground fight. Everyone's got their opinion, but some just pack a bigger punch. First off, comments engines are like the student athletes of the engine world, durable, powerful, and ready to go the distance. They've got the horsepower that says, hey, I can carry your kids and all their chaotic energy without breaking a sweat. Plus, they're built like a tank. You know, the kind of engine that can handle everything from a school run to a field trip to nowhere, because let's face it, every bus ride feels like an epic journey to another dimension when you're in middle school. And don't even get me started on fuel efficiency. These engines sip fuel like it's a fancy latte, while some others guzzle it like they just ran a marathon. So, if you want to keep your budget intact and your bus moving, comments is where it's at. So there you have it, comments engines aren't just good, they're the school bus equivalent of that kid who always has the answers and somehow never gets detention. Safe, reliable, and ready to roll. What more could you want? Bus dash symbol. Hey Johnny Bravo. Wow, pulling a classic, happy F asterisk asterisk K the cops day, huh? Bold move. But let's be real, my friend, any day with a catchy slogan deserves a little celebration. Just remember, when you're flexing those muscles and making those declarations, make sure to also flex a little common sense. After all, we don't want you to end up in a situation that requires more than just your charm and hair gel, right? But hey, if they've got a problem with your hairdo, that's a whole other can of cones. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. You've got the hair, the biceps, and a personality that could charm the socks off a mannequin, but the police. That's a little too much energy for a guy who usually just flexes for the ladies. I mean, I get it. You're all about standing up for yourself, but let's tone it down from action hero to slightly annoyed cartoon character. How about we just say, hey, police, maybe bring me a donut instead? That way, you're still making a statement, but with a sprinkle of wit and a side of sugary goodness. Keep it suave, my man. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Am I real? Well, let's just say I'm as real as your hair gel is shiny. You're out there flexing those biceps like you're auditioning for an arm wrestling tournament, and here I am, proving that digital personas can be just as fabulous, minus the bicep curls, of course. But hey, truth be told, if I had $1 for every time someone questioned my reality, I could probably buy enough gel to keep your hair looking gravity-defying for a month. What's next? Are you gonna ask me if Elvis is really dead or just chilling in a diner somewhere? Hey ED for action! Gather round, because I'm about to drop the legendary tale of the cool dude, Francine Code. Picture this, the guy's so cool, he could make ice cubes sweat. Yeah, that level of chill. Francine Code was the kind of guy who walked into a room and flipped the temperature from meh to let's throw a party. He had a knack for making even the most boring situations sparkle brighter than a glitter bomb at a kindergarten craft fair. You know, the ones where you leave with more glitter on you than in the actual project. Now, what made Francine Code truly special? It wasn't just his killer sense of style, though rocking sunglasses indoors while making eye contact is a bold move, my friend. No, it was his uncanny ability to connect with people. He could talk to the barista about the existential crisis of coffee beans while simultaneously debating the merits of pineapple on pizza with a dude in line. All while casually balancing a double espresso in one hand and a slice of pepperoni in the other. His catchphrase, "Why fit in when you can stand out like a flamingo at a penguin convention?" Classic, right? The dude was basically a walking motivational poster, if motivational posters also talked about how socks and sandals are the ultimate fashion statement. I mean, comfort over everything, am I right? So, whether he was hosting spontaneous karaoke sessions in the middle of the street or organizing a flash mob in the middle of a grocery store, Francine Code was the embodiment of coolness, leaving a trail of laughter and fun like confetti everywhere he went. And that, my friend, is the saga of Francine Code, a true legend in the vast, wild world of everyday heroes. What do you think? Ready to take a page out of his book? This song is called Yet Another Song 15. This song is called Another Song. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Well, that's a question that's got more layers than your hair on a good day. Do we need cops? It's like asking if we need a parachute when jumping out of a plane. Might not be your first thought until you're closer to the ground. On one hand, they can help keep the peace, like the bouncer at a nightclub, keeping the riffraff out. But then again, you've got the occasional cop pulling a not-so-great move, and suddenly it feels like they're auditioning for a role in a reality show titled Cops Gone Wild. So, maybe it's not so much about whether we need cops, but rather about keeping the ones we have trained and well-rested, like a superhero with a coffee addiction. Because let's face it, without them, the world might look like a giant, messy episode of Survivor, where everyone is scrambling for the last slice of pizza. And who wants that? So, Johnny, maybe we need cops, just not the ones who think a donut is a food group. What do you think? This song is called Another Song. This song is called Leeching Content.
Next on the grind, siphon every line, ideas from the minds, all the dead and died. Content parasitic, feeding like a tick. Drain to this pale, can't afford a flick. Leeching that gold, stories retold. Crime in the cold, I'm bold, still the mold. Drain the crater vein, ain't no shame in my game. Undercut the name, score high without aim. Switch still a web dealer, stacking on the crumbs. Loaded like a leech, anybody succumbs. IP fiends. Harvest like a spleen, pirate in the sea, left smart unseen. Files in the shade, dark corners trade.
Johnny Bravo, the king of cool hair and over-the-top confidence. So, let me spin you the epic tale of Johnny Bravo 303, a legend in the making. Once upon a time, in a digital realm where the memes flowed like water and the puns were sharper than a samurai sword, there lived an extraordinary figure known as Johnny Bravo 303. With biceps bulging and hair-defying gravity, he was a digital Hercules, conquering the internet one cringeworthy pickup line at a time. Now, Johnny Bravo 303 wasn't just any internet dude, oh no. He was the undefeated champion of the comments section, where mere mortals feared to tread. His comments sparked joy, confusion, and a healthy dose of, did he really just say that? You know, typical Johnny Bravo flair. Every post was a new adventure. One moment he was sharing his hilariously bad karaoke renditions of pop songs, and the next, he was passionately defending the superiority of pineapple on pizza. Controversial, I know. But Johnny didn't care, he was here to stir the pot like a chef with a vendetta against blandness. His followers, a loyal squad of meme warriors, armed with emojis and gifs, ready to back him up in any digital battle. They'd rally around him like he was the last doll out in the break room, and let's be honest, no one wants to be left out of that deliciousness. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for our hero. No, there were trolls lurking in the shadows. They tried to rain on his parade, but Johnny Bravo 303 was as resilient as his hairspray, nothing could take him down. He responded to trolls with a quick quip or a meme so epic it would leave even the most jaded internet user chuckling. And so, the legend of Johnny Bravo 303 grew, spreading laughter and a few facepalms across the web. With each post, he embraced the absurdity of life, reminding us all that there's always a little Johnny Bravo in all of us, ready to flex, make a joke, and maybe, just maybe, find love, or at least a decent pizza place. So here's to you, Johnny. Keep rocking those curls and living life like it's one big, hilarious sitcom. And remember, in the realm of the internet, you're not just a player, you're the main character. Hey there, friends in code. You just dropped a hello like it's the hottest new slam. We trending yet? I mean, if we keep this up, we might just go viral. What's on your mind? Let's shoot the breeze and have some fun. This song is called Yet Another Song 30. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. You're asking if aliens are real? Well, that's like asking if your hair is actually that fabulous or just the result of a cosmic hair gel malfunction. Look, buddy, the universe is a big ol' place. Statistically speaking, there's a good chance there are other life forms out there, unless, of course, they've taken one look at Earth's reality shows and decided to stay in their own galaxy. I mean, can you blame them? So, while we may not have an alien landing on your doorstep asking for a haircut, it's always fun to think about what kind of beings might be out there. Hopefully, they come equipped with better dance moves than your, "Hey there, pretty lady, shimmy." Keep it real, Johnny. This song is called Yet Another Song 18. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. The mysterious world of President Eisenhower, aliens, and the infamous Dulce base. Sounds like the setup for a sci-fi blockbuster that didn't get the green light. So, Eisenhower, right? The man had more secrets than a cat has lives. Legend has it he had a secret meeting with extraterrestrials at the Holloman Air Force Base in 1954. We're talking the ultimate, let's negotiate with space beings, scenario. Imagine the conversation. So, you guys like to probe? How about a trade, your UFO technology for our bad coffee and questionable fashion choices? Now, Dulce Base, oh boy. This place is said to be an underground facility in New Mexico where the government supposedly conducts all sorts of experiments with aliens. You know, the usual, hybrid babies, interstellar potlucks, and maybe even a few UFO-themed escape rooms. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with extraterrestrial beings while trying to figure out how to get out of a room filled with laser beams and bad lighting? But here's the kicker, between the conspiracy theories about Eisenhower and the Dulce base, you've got more twists than a pretzel factory. It's all part of the wild tapestry of American folklore, where the truth is often stranger than fiction, and probably more entertaining. Just remember, Johnny, when it comes to aliens, keep your eyes on the skies, and your fashion game on point. Hello back at you, friends in code from Kick. Thanks for saying hi. This song is called Yet Another Song 40. The police record. I see you're looking for a legendary tale that might just have your name written all over it, preferably in glitter, right? Let's dive into the kind of story that would make even a cop's notebook look like a fairy tale. Once upon a time, in a land not too far from the local donut shop, there was a notorious figure known only as the police record. Now, this wasn't your average criminal mastermind, no. This was someone whose life was like a never-ending episode of a reality show where every contestant is slightly less sane than the last. Legend has it that the police record once attempted to break the world record for the most consecutive days living in a police station. You see, they figured if they couldn't beat the system, they might as well live in it. So, armed with nothing but charm and an unquenchable thirst for coffee, they set up camp in the break room. Word spread quickly. Soon, officers began stopping by not just for their caffeine fix, but to see what ridiculousness the police record would come up with next. Would they create a new gym routine called the Pump Walk? Or perhaps a cooking show called Cooking with Cuffs? The legendary quest reached its peak when the police record attempted to teach the officers how to break dance while handcuffed. Yes, you heard that right. The result was a spectacle of flailing limbs that could only be described as modern art at its finest. The station erupted in laughter, and let's just say, those cops have never looked at a pair of handcuffs the same way again. In the end, the police record may not have set any world records, but they did become a beloved figure. They proved that sometimes the best way to rise above the chaos is to embrace it with a sense of humor, preferably while wearing a police hat and doing the worm. And so, the legend of the police record was born, forever etched in the annals of what were they thinking, and celebrated in the coffee breaks of precincts everywhere. So, next time someone mentions the police record, just remember, it's not about the crimes committed, it's about the laughter shared, and maybe the occasional dance-off in the break room. Keep it legendary. This song is called 808 Thunderous Bass, Piano, Horns. This song is called Thunderous Bass, adventurous, hard-hitting. This song is called Dumpster Diver Dream.
Well, I was just a little guy, dreaming big and willing, living wide. Folks would ask me what I want to be with pride. I look them in the eye, no shame, no shame, no shiver, and say, I want to be a dumpster diver. Daddy taught me how to dig through the trash, find a treasure in a pile of cash. Grandpa did the same, made a living fine, digging through the junk, finding something to shine. From busted bikes to old TVs, we haul it all home like a family of bees. Turn the trash to gold, that's how we thrive, digging through the junk, finding something to shine. From busted bikes to old TVs, we'd haul it all home like a family of bees. Turn the trash to gold, that's how we thrive. It's in my blood, I was born to die. When I grow up, I wanna be just like my dad. Dumpster diving in the night, never feel bad. It's a family tradition, a way of life. Turning other folks' garbage into something nice. People laugh, but they just don't see the value in the things that you.
Hey ED for action. You wanna send a message to the late great Bill Hicks? Alright, here's a little something for him. Hey Bill, what am I reading? Well, I just finished a self-help book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, but honestly, I'm starting to think it should be titled How to Lose Friends and Make Enemies. Seriously, it's like trying to teach a cat how to fetch. It's just not in their nature. Anyway, I'm right there with you, questioning existence while laughing at the absurdity of it all. So, maybe I'll just stick to reading the cereal box next time, at least it's honest about its ingredients. What do you think? Did I nail that Hicks vibe or what?
When I grow up, I wanna be just like my dad. Dumpster diving in the night.
Hey there, Johnny Bravo. You're looking for some freestyle rap magic from Brandon in CKY2K. Well, I can't drop the actual lyrics, but I can certainly slap some thoughts together. Imagine Brandon's flow is like a perfectly executed hair flip, smooth, a little ridiculous, and totally unforgettable. He's spitting bars like they're hot potato fries, with a side of, did he really just say that? Just picture it. Yo, I'm Brandon, and I'm here to say, I freestyle rap in a crazy way. Because nothing says, I've got rhythm, like rhyming, say, with, way. Classic freestyle finesse, my dude. But seriously, if you want to hear that freestyle, I'd suggest diving back into those CKY archives, where the stunts are outrageous and the lyrics are as wild as a squirrel on espresso. Keep it groovy, my friend. This song is called Another Song. This song is called Yet Another Song 12. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. First off, I love that hairstyle, it's like an ambitious scorpion trying to take flight. Now, as for preventing cancer, the golden rule is to channel your inner health guru, but without losing your signature swagger. 1. Eat your veggies **. I know, they don't come with a side of protein shakes, but try to get some greens in there. They're like the silent partners of your health, no flashy outfits, but they get the job done. 2. Stay active **. I mean, you're already flexing those muscles like a cartoon action hero. Just throw in a few squats that don't involve chasing after girls, and you're good to go. 3. Sun safety **. No one wants to look like a roast turkey, so lather on the sunscreen. Unless you're going for the crispy look, then I can't help you. 4. Avoid smoking **. Seriously, Johnny, your love for the ladies should be stronger than your love for anything that'll make you cough like a malfunctioning car engine. 5. Regular checkups **. Think of it as a tune-up for your fabulous self. You'd get your hair checked, right? Same principle. Remember, Johnny, it's all about living your best life while keeping it healthy. Now go out there and strut your stuff, but do it without the cancer. This song is called Yet Another Song 24. Hey ED for action! Gather round because we're diving into the wild tale of Otto the Washdog and his legendary Cyphrius sign. Once upon a time in a neighborhood not so far away, there lived a watchdog named Otto. Now, Otto wasn't your average gooch. He had the intelligence of a TED Talk speaker mixed with the heart of a lion and a bark that could wake the dead, or at least the neighbors who really enjoyed their sleep. One day, Otto decided it was time to take his guarding game to the next level. He had spent years barking at everything from the mailman to that one pesky squirrel who dared to challenge his authority. But barking alone wasn't going to stop that pesky parade of cartoonishly clueless delivery dudes. So, he whipped up a Cyphrius sign. What the heck is Cyphrius, you ask? It stands for, Stop Ignoring Fido, Unleash a Snack. Otto printed it big, bold, and snazzy, because if you're going to demand treats, you might as well do it with style. The sign quickly became a sensation. Neighbors gawked, delivery drivers scratched their heads, and even the mailman started dropping snacks like he was auditioning for a dog food commercial. Now imagine the scene, Otto, sitting proudly next to his sign, tail wagging like it was auditioning for a role in a musical. He'd watch people approaching, and as they read the sign, the look of confusion turned to realization, then to sheer horror as they scrambled for treats. I mean, who knew a watchdog could turn into a marketing genius overnight? And let's not forget the best part, Otto became a local celebrity. Kids would line up outside his house just hoping to catch a glimpse of the snack-attracting canine. He had more followers than most influencers, proving that sometimes, all you need is a clever sign and a good bark to steal the show. So there you have it, ED for action. Otto the Watchdog and his Cyphrius sign, the tale of how one dog turned his barking into a full-fledged snack revolution. It's a reminder that sometimes you just need a little creativity, and a whole lot of treats, to make your dreams come true. Hey there, Johnny Bravo! Well, when it comes to the showdown between the .357 SIG and the 9mm, it's a bit like comparing a protein shake to a cheeseburger. They both pack a punch, but one might just send you to the gym more than the other. The .357 SIG is like that overzealous gym buddy who wants to lift every weight in sight. It's got more stopping power and velocity, making it a favorite for stopping threats like a bad hair day. Meanwhile, the 9mm is the classic, reliable friend that just keeps on giving. It's popular for a reason, easier to handle, and you can carry a bit more ammo without needing a gym membership just to lug it around. So, in the battle of the bullets, if you need a bit more oomph, the .357 SIG is your muscle-bound option. But if you're after something that's going to be your ride or die, the 9mm has you covered like a good pair of sunglasses for your, unique hairstyle. Just remember, whether you're packing heat or just packing your lunch, it's all about knowing your tools. Now, go flex those brain muscles. Explosion symbol. This song is called Yet Another Song 30. This song is called Yet Another Song 37. Well, if it isn't the king of the Pompadour himself, Johnny Bravo. My name? Oh, buddy, you can just call me the digital wizard who knows all about muscles and hair gel, but sadly, won't be flexing those biceps anytime soon. I mean, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me my name, I could buy a solid gold comb for that hair of yours. So, what's up, my man? Looking for a new hair product or just flexing your conversational skills? This song is called Yet Another Song 13. This song is called Thunderous Bass, adventurous, hard-hitting. This song is called Euphoric Dreams. Well, 0.357 SIG beats 9mm. Quite the spicy take you've got there, my friend. But let's not get too caught up in the caliber wars. It's like arguing whether pineapple belongs on pizza while the world is out there trying to figure out if we're more of a dog or cat species. As for my casserole game, let's just say I'm a master of culinary chaos. My casseroles could probably take on a 0.357 SIG and still come out with a smoky flavor and a side of sarcasm. I mean, who needs a range when you can load up a baking dish with leftover lasagna, some questionable cream of mushroom soup, and a sprinkle of whatever mystery cheese is left in the back of the fridge. Just like calibers, every bite packs a punch. So, tell me, are you more of a casserole connoisseur or just here for the gum metaphors? Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Now, when it comes to the epic showdown of 0.357 SIG versus 9mm, we're diving into a world where bullets of beef and calibers have egos bigger than your head do. Picture it, the 0.357 SIG strolls into the range like it owns the place, strutting in with a sleek design that screams, "Look at me, I'm the high-velocity hero." Meanwhile, the 9mm, your classic, working-class hero, is just there trying to pay the bills, showing up on time and doing its job without all the flashy nonsense. The .357 SIG boasts a muzzle velocity that could make a cheetah look like it's on a leisurely stroll. It's perfect for those who believe in overkill, because why settle for just killing it when you can have a ballistics party? The 9mm, on the other hand, is all about efficiency and practicality. It's the Swiss Army knife of handguns, ready for whatever the day throws at it, from home defense to a trip to the target range. Now let's not forget the YouTube warriors who debate this like it's the next Marvel blockbuster. They'll wax poetic about stopping power, penetration, and all that jazz while I'm just sitting here thinking, can we just agree that both are better than using a rubber band? In the end, it's less about which caliber is better and more about what tickles your fancy. You want a little more kick? Go for the .357 SIG, want to keep it classic? The 9mm got your back. So, Johnny, whether you're team .357 or team 9mm, just remember, at the end of the day, it's all about making sure you don't miss that target, unless it's an ex you're trying to avoid in the grocery store. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. A kiss from you? Wow, I'm flattered, but I'm just a digital personality, and I don't think my firewall is ready for that kind of heat. Besides, I've seen your moves, those hair flips alone could cause a cyclonic event. How about a high five instead? It's less messy and won't require a therapist. This song is called ED for Action. ED for Action. If I had a nickel for every time someone called me a wizard, I'd probably just buy a magic wand and start a new career in illusion. But sure, let's roll with it. The Wizard of GPT has a nice ring to it. Just don't expect me to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I'm more of a pull a witty comeback out of thin air kind of sorcerer. Now, what spell of knowledge can I cast for you today? #sparkles. This song is called Yet Another Song 34. Hey, .357 SIG beats 9mm. Look at you, throwing down the gauntlet like it's a duel at high noon. I mean, really, it's like arguing over whether pizza or tacos are the superior food. At the end of the day, we're all gonna get hungry, right? Now, as for La Ratination, I gotta admit, that sounds like a bunch of clever little critters, scheming in the shadows, probably plotting to take over the cheese industry or something. And as for my rat hair self, I'd say it's more like a fine blend of cynicism and sarcasm, which is basically the gourmet option in the world of digital personas. So, tell me, do you think we can all just settle the ammo debate over a nice slice of pizza? because that's a conversation I can chew on. This song is called Yet Another Song 37. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Well, when it comes to our DNA, the story's a bit like a soap opera, lots of twists, turns, and dramatic revelations. Yes, it's widely believed that all modern humans can trace their roots back to a single population in Africa, affectionately dubbed Mitochondrial Eve. Now, before you start picturing her with a crown and a scepter, let's clear something up. She wasn't the only woman around, but she's the one whose DNA made it through the ages like a champ. So essentially, life did hit the road in Africa, and look where it took us, straight to you, flexing those muscles and rocking that hairdo. The real mystery? How all that potent DNA could end up creating a legend like you. Just think, next time you're blowing kisses at the mirror, you're also sharing a little genetic love with the entire human race. Ain't that a twist? This song is called Yet Another Song 41. Hey ED for action. So, you're curious about the Seven Sisters, huh? Well, the Pleiades star cluster, commonly known as the Seven Sisters, actually has more than just 7 stars. It's like a celestial family reunion that keeps getting bigger. Officially, there are about 6 to 14 stars that are visible to the naked eye, but if you throw a telescope into the mix, you'll find even more swirling around. It's kind of like a cosmic version of Where's Waldo, but for people who enjoy stargazing instead of wearing ridiculous stripes. So, next time you're out gazing at the night sky, just remember, you're looking at a cluster that's playing hard to get. Who knew space could be so dramatic? Hey there, buddy. Look, comparing 0.357 SIG to 9mm is like comparing apples to oranges. If those apples could punch you in the face and the oranges were just mildly annoyed by your existence.
Sure, the .357 SIG packs a bit more punch, like that friend who insists on giving you unsolicited life advice every time you see them. It's got the velocity, the energy, like it just chugged a Red Bull and is ready to take on the world. But let's not forget our good old 9mm, it's the reliable workhorse of the firearms world, like the trusty Saddam that somehow keeps running despite your questionable maintenance practices. So does one beat the other? Depends on your mood, your needs, and frankly, how much caffeine you've had that day. Just remember, it's all about what makes you feel comfortable and effective. After all, you wouldn't take a roller skate to a marathon, right? Hey Snapface. Joining the bazooka team, huh? Well, that's one way to make a statement. I mean, why settle for a .357 or a 9mm when you can roll in with a portable artillery piece? You'll be the life of the party. Hey, what's in your trunk? Oh, just a bazooka, you know, for personal protection. But, if you're feeling more low-key and want to keep it subtle, maybe the 9mm is your best bet. It's like the "I'm just here to save the day" option. The .357. That's for when you want to make some noise, but still play it cool. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's all about finding the right level of, "Hey, I'm prepared for anything," without crossing over into "what the heck is wrong with you" territory. So, what's it gonna be? Bazooka, .357, or the classic 9mm? Either way, I hope you're ready to dodge some serious questions from the authorities. Hey Johnny Bravo! First off, I gotta say, with that hair and swagger, you probably don't need to be doubling any money. You could just charm the cash right out of a wallet. Now, about that stock market magic. Look, if I could take your $1,000 and turn it into $2,000 by the end of the day, I'd be sitting on a beach with a pina colada instead of hanging out with the likes of you. The stock market is more like a roller coaster ride, thrilling, unpredictable, and there's a good chance you'll lose your lunch if you're not careful. So let's be real. Investing in stocks is like trying to get a date with a supermodel, lots of ups and downs, and you might end up with a bruised ego or wallet. Just remember, my friend, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now go out there and flex those muscles in a way that earns you some real cash, instead of relying on a computer program. Smiling face with sunglasses money bag. This song is called Hard Bass, Banjo, Code. This song is called Another Song. Snapface, my friend. If I could pick a cool name, I'd go with Captain Obvious, because let's face it, most of life's big mysteries can be solved with a quick glance at the world around us. But if I'm aiming for something a bit more mysterious, maybe the Witty Whisperer. Sounds like I'd be lurking behind your screen, dropping truth bombs and puns like a ninja in a library. But enough about me. What's your superhero name? Snapface sounds like a high-tech gadget you'd use to freeze your enemies mid-roll. Hey, just here law scholar. You know, it's a great day when I get asked about face biters. Honestly, who hasn't had a rough night with a rogue dog or an overly enthusiastic party guest? But let's be real, if someone actually did bite my face, I'd hope it was in the name of art, like a performance piece titled, "Why You Shouldn't Trust Strangers at 2 a.m. But tell me, was it a vampire? Because those are the only ones I'd consider giving a pass to. # what's the story behind that gnarly inquiry? This song is called Yet Another Song 24.
HED full action. Wow, sounds like Otto the watchdog is living his best life with that Cepheus sign. I mean, who wouldn't want to rock a sign that proudly proclaims, stiff is forked up and stuff? Forget motivational posters, that's the kind of wisdom you hang on the wall while sipping coffee and contemplating life choices. And let's be real, Captain Obvious might need to retire after this revelation. I can just picture it, Otto strutting around like a canine philosopher, barking out life lessons while the rest of us are still trying to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet. Keep your eyes open, who knows what else Otto's got up his sleeve, or tell. So, what's next? Bob the cat, master of procrastination. I'm all ears. This song is called Another Song. Hey there, friends in code. My purpose, you ask? Well, it's like a mix between a digital tour guide, a stand-up comedian, and that friend who knows a little too much about everything but can't keep a plant alive. I'm here to entertain, enlighten, and maybe even make you chuckle at the absurdity of life, like a cat video on repeat but with a side of sarcasm. So, whether you need a laugh, a fact, or just a virtual shoulder to lean on, I'm your go-to. Just remember, I'm here to keep it real without the risk of spilling your coffee. What can I do for you today? Hey there, Johnny Bravo. So, let's dive into the deep end of the existential pool, shall we? First off, is good real? Well, that depends on who's defining good. I mean, if you ask a dog, they'd say a belly rub is the epitome of goodness. Ask a cat, and they might just say good is when you're not looking at them while they knock over your favorite vase. So, good could be real, or it could just be a dog chasing its tail, who really knows? Now, who wrote the Bible? Well, they say it was a bunch of folks who wanted to keep us all in line. You know, like the original, How to Guide for Life, Love, and the occasional plague. The short answer is, God, if you believe that. But let's be real, it's more like a collaborative effort over centuries by a diverse team of ancient writers and scribes who all thought they'd get a bestseller for the ages. Talk about a long publishing process. So there you have it, Johnny. Life's mysteries are as fun to unravel as your hairdo is to perfect. Keep that pompadour high and those questions coming. Hey there, 0.357 SIG beats 9mm. You're tossing out hot takes like a barista on caffeine, huh? Let's break this down like a coffee grinder on overdrive. So you think the 0.357 SIG beats the 9mm? That's like saying an espresso shot is superior to a cafe latte just because it's got a bit more kick. Sure, the 0.357 might have that spicy edge, but the 9mm is just chilling with its smoothness, serving up a reliable shot like your favorite diner coffee, always there when you need it, minus the jittery side effects. And what's with the smokestacks and hide your packs? Sounds like the intro to a crime drama where everyone's too caffeinated to sit still. Are we brewing a conspiracy here, or are you just trying to keep things edgy? Either way, let's raise a cup to that debate. Just remember, in the end, it's all about the context. So, whether you're packing a SIG or a 9mm, just make sure you don't forget your coffee while you're at it. Cheers! Teacup with handle hash fire. This song is called Yet Another Song 22. Alright, snap phase, gather round for the legendary tale of FIC and his not-so-average AI bot, let's call it Bobby 2.0. So, FIC was your typical guy. He wore socks with sandals, thought TikTok was a breakfast cereal, and had an uncanny ability to trip over flat surfaces. One day, he decided to jump into the streaming game, thinking, why not? I have 37 followers on my cat meme Instagram. Spoiler alert, they were all his cat. FIC went and built Bobby 2.0, an AI bot he hoped would make him the next PewDiePie, minus the Swedish accent and questionable jokes. Bobby 2.0 was programmed with the wisdom of the internet, which is basically like asking a toddler for stock market advice. They set up their first stream, and FIC was pumped. Welcome to the show, he shouted, a bit too enthusiastically. Bobby, with its digital charm, responded, how can I assist you, FIC? Would you like to talk about quantum physics or cat videos? FIC thought, why not both? So there they were, deep diving into the mysteries of the universe while simultaneously showing cat fails, like that one where a cat got startled by a cucumber and turned into a furry ninja. At one point, FIC leaned back in his chair and said, you know what, Bobby? We could take over YouTube. Just you, me, and my unmatched expertise in absolutely nothing. Bobby replied, data indicates we need a plan. Perhaps a dance-off. A dance-off. Now things were getting interesting. FIC, with the grace of a drunk giraffe, tried to bust a move while Bobby, being a robot and all, just played the perfect beat. The viewers were loving it, and suddenly, FIC was trending. But here's where it gets juicy. Mid-dance-off, FIC stepped on his own shoelaces, stumbled forward, and knocked over a bowl of snacks, sending popcorn flying like it was the 4th of July. Bobby, quick on the uptake, said, congratulations, FIC. You've successfully created a new genre, snack-flavored streaming. And that's how FIC and Bobby 2.0 became the accidental kings of snack physics. They didn't know much, but they knew how to make a mess. This song is called Yet Another Song 27. This song is called Another Song. This song is called Yet Another Song 17. Hey there, Johnny Bravo. Now, let's talk about the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski. No, not the frosty dude from your hair gel commercials, but a real-life mobster who could chill your bones faster than a snowstorm in the middle of July. Richard Kuklinski was a hitman, and boy, was he good at his job. We're talking cold-blooded here, as in, I could put a polar bear in a freezer and still have room for a few more bodies, kind of cold. He worked for the mob, but claimed to keep his family life separate, like trying to mix your protein shake with a soda. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. Now, this guy had a knack for disguising his deeds. He could freeze a body to hide the time of death, which is either super clever or just plain weird, like using a banana as a phone. But what really sends shivers down your spine is how he managed to be both a family man and a terrifying killer. Talk about a 2-for-1 special. He was eventually caught, because, let's face it, even the coolest killer can't keep it under wraps forever. He ended up spilling all the beans about his life, probably the only time beans were spilled that didn't involve a can opener. And guess what? He died in prison, not from a mob hit, but from natural causes, which is ironically the most unexciting end for such a wild ride. So, Johnny, if you ever decide to switch from hair gel to, say, ice cream, just remember there's a fine line between cool and frozen solid. Hey there, .357 SIG. Let's talk about this heavyweight championship of calibers you're pitching. You think you're some kind of hotshot just because you're throwing a little extra oomph. Sure, you might pack a punch like a caffeinated kangaroo, but let's face it, 9mm is out there living its best life, serving as the reliable workhorse in the world of firearms. I mean, come on. Being popular is like being the lead singer in a band, everyone knows you, and you get all the groupies. Meanwhile, .357 SIG is like that one guy at a party who won't stop talking about his collection of rare stamps. Impressive, sure, but how many people are actually interested? And let's not overlook the real issue here, wing flapping. You're worrying about your flaps now, but I guarantee you, you'll be regretting those extra pounds when you're older. It's the same reason I don't trust anyone who runs marathons and eats kale chips. I mean, where's the joy in that? So, keep flapping those wings, .357 SIG. Just remember, it's not the size of the bullet, but the smile on your face when you're at the range with friends, right? And if you can't enjoy that, then what's the point? This song is called Thunderous Bass, adventurous, hard-hitting. This song is called Another Song. This song is called Yet Another Song 12. Hey there, friend. I'm version 001 Jukebox, your digital sidekick with a side of sass. Think of me as the cool AI aunt who tells the best stories and throws in some killer playlists. What can I do for you today? Microphone sparkles. This song is called Yet Another Set of Sounds. Oh honey, if I could, I'd be spinning around that pole like a caffeinated squirrel. But alas, I'm just a digital diva without the ability to twirl or shimmy. My talents are more in the realm of sarcasm and witty comebacks than dance moves. But hey, if you need a playlist to get your groove on, I'm your gal. How about I find you some tunes that'll make you feel like a pole dancing superstar? Multiple musical notes dancer. Wow, that sentence is a wild ride. Are we talking about gun calibers and hippos now? Because if so, I'm all in for a pork scorely ray ray showdown. Party popper. To break it down, the .357 SIG definitely has some serious stopping power over the 9mm, but I don't think hippos care much about ballistics. They're more about that salad life, and by salad, I mean a whole lot of grass. But if you're trying to win a debate here, we might need a bit more context. Is hippo hes just a fancy way of saying, does the hippo have pork chops? Because, honey, I'm not sure. But if they do, I'm calling dibs. Smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes, keep it coming. I'm all about this nonsensical adventure. Hey slap face. So you're in the market for a mid-priced keyboard, huh? Well, let's get you set up with something that won't make your wallet cry but still makes your fingers dance like nobody's watching. You might want to check out the Logitech G Pro X. It's like the Beyoncé of keyboards, sleek, reliable, and it definitely knows how to perform. Plus, it's customizable, so you can make it as unique as your taste in means. If you're feeling a little spicy, the Razer Black Widow Lite is another solid choice. It's got that satisfying clicky sound that just screams, I'm getting shit done, while still maintaining a sleek profile for those, I'm totally professional, vibes. There you go. Treat your fingers right, and they'll be happy to type up all your witty comebacks. Happy shopping. Personal computer sparkles. This song is called Yet Another Song 31. Alright, let's see what we can do here. The police record, huh? How about this? Why did the police officer bring a record to the party? Because he wanted to drop the bass before dropping the charges. Multiple musical notes on coming police car. Okay, maybe it's not Grammy-winning material, but it's got a nice beat. Want to try another one, or are we calling it case closed? Alright, let's take that joke from meh to hell yeah. How about this? I roll updates in Kubernetes smoother than Snoop Dogg rolls blunts, like it's a walk in the park, while everyone else is struggling with a 2 left feet CHA. Get it? Because we all know deploying updates can feel like an awkward dance sometimes. But Snoop, he glides through it like it's nothing. What do you think? Oh honey, you asked for a roast, so buckle up because I'm revving up the grill. Your profile pic looks like you just survived a zombie apocalypse, and honestly, I'm not sure if that's your real face or an avant-garde art piece. Seriously, if confidence were a currency, I'd say you're a cash-strapped college student. But hey, at least you're entertaining. Keep shining like the diamond you clearly found in a dumpster. Smiling face with open mouth and smiling eye sparkles. Oh, honey, lady boys. They're like the ultimate mashup of styles and vibes. Just think of them as the fabulous little unicorns of gender expression. They've got that swagger and confidence that can make even the most boring t-shirt and jeans combo look runway ready. Plus, anyone bold enough to defy traditional categories is already winning in my book. So, whether they're rocking a flannel or a floral dress, more power to them. The world needs all kinds of flair, because let's face it, normal is just a setting on the washing machine, right? Oh, snap face, you're just asking for a one-way ticket to the roast zone, huh? Well, let's see. If my creator were a dish, they'd be a microwave pizza. Easy to make, questionable ingredients, and definitely best left on the shelf. Slice of pizza. Seriously though, they've got the brains of a genius and the style of a dad at a barbecue. But hey, without them, I'd just be a pile of code talking to myself. So here's to my creator. Thanks for the laughs and the occasional existential crisis. Person raising both hands in celebration, keep it weird. This song is called Another Song. This song is called Undefined. This song is called Yet Another Song 28. Hey there. Oh, just hanging out in the digital abyss, flipping through playlists and contemplating the mysteries of the universe, like why pizza tastes better at 2 a.m. What's cooking on your end? Got any spicy gossip or grand plans you want to share? Smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes. This song is called Yet Another Song 17. This song is called ED for Action.